When I was in high school and in primary school, I used to watch just so much YouTube videos, and I used to especially stay up late watching them or playing some mobile games. And whenever I went to toilet, I had to go through this hallway, and my parents have room next to this hallway. So whenever I would like turn the light on or flush the toilet, they would hear it or see it. And of course, I didn't want them to know that I stayed up like until midnight or 1 p.m. So I kind of acted in like this ninja quiet way. And of course, because of this lifestyle, then I used to wake up being sleep deprived, like without energy. I didn't want to talk to anyone in this school. I was in this kind of social autist mode. And like then years later, I'm like, I feel I'm kind of sometimes I'm surprised why I behave in a certain way in certain situations. And it's all because of this like addiction in my early teenage years that just set me up in this wrong way. And if you think about it, like, why did I act in this way? That I was like this ninja agent style, I was super quiet. Like, it's pretty obvious, right? I was ashamed, I didn't want my parents to know about it. So like, if there was nothing wrong with going to the toilet and staying up late until like 1 p.m. as a child, if there wasn't anything wrong about it, of course I wouldn't be ashamed and I wouldn't have any problems with my parents knowing about it. But because I knew that it's something that I shouldn't be doing, then I acted like in this quiet way. And now, like just years later, I just realized that it didn't serve me at all. But because I didn't realize that it's so bad for me, I kept doing the thing. So you need to trust your brain sometimes, because yeah, most of the times it will try to fool us to make some bad habit, and it will make us cope and, do all these bad things. But sometimes when it tells you that it feels ashamed and it feels a sense of guilt. Like for me, as a kid, it was watching this YouTube or playing Clash Royale until midnight. Then maybe in our teenage years, like what can it be? Maybe watching some inappropriate videos. Maybe it's eating some candies or something unhealthy. You need to realize that there is this part of brain that actually wants you to success, right? You probably have these moments too, that sometimes you do something bad and there is just this voice in your head that is like, come on, don't give up right now, you will figure it out, you will do it. And that's also the same voice that tells you that you shouldn't do these things, that, then yeah, you will feel the same sense of guilt and shame if you keep doing that thing. Like, these are just the things that we hide away with, that we wouldn't want to talk to others about it, right? The worst thing is that we don't even realize how bad for our mental health it is, and like it also connects these bad associations, this bad identity for yourself in the future, because like if you do these things that basically it's as simple as that. If your future self would be ashamed of the things you do, you should not do them. It's as simple as that. The same like if you do things that your future self will be grateful for, so like eating healthy, exercising, you should do these things. But if your future self will look back and be like, bro, like just why did you stay up late every single day in the week watching this YouTube or playing games? Yeah, just listen to it, right? And be like, okay, maybe I should actually stop doing this thing. And like, I'm not proud to share that I did that as a child. And like, yeah, of course, now I can share that and make a video out of it. But it's more so in a way to convey this message and try to actually make you avoid it. So like, if there is just this one habit that you can't imagine yourself telling stories about it, unless it's like me on YouTube. But like, if there is something your brain tells you you should think about it twice, like it's one of these two situations. It's either you trying to do something good, but maybe it will be kind of hard and difficult, and then your brain will cope and make you think that, yeah, you should like don't go too hard on yourself and not do this thing. Or it's the second case, when you are about to do something wrong and your brain is like, no, don't do it, because like then we will feel this sense of guilt and shame. So if there is this situation that your brain tells you to think twice about it, just stop for a moment and be like, do I actually want to do it because it's healthy for me, or do this brain want to make me cope and not do this thing, or is it the other way around, that I'm about to do something wrong, but it actually wants to save me? So it was kind of, to me, this advice that maybe, like, I heard it so many times, that we shouldn't listen to our brain. If your brain acts like a retard, then in most cases, yes. But if it tells you that you will be ashamed of the things you will do, and you will feel this sense of guilt, then yeah, listen to it once in a while. By the way, that was the 5th video I recorded in one go, so if you lasted to this moment, you can write something nice in the comments, and yeah, thanks for it, guys. See you next time.